While modeling, you are using instancing. It's great news for your PC as it reduces geometry through it. It will reduce your memory consumptions. So let's check some basics of it, as it can be a great way to work on the tiles patterns, as you can control multiple instances at once. Okay, so let's check it out how it works in Maya and where that feature is. So let's go under Edit. Under Duplicates, you can see Duplicate Special. We can see as well as shortcuts. It's Ctrl-Shift+D, and right after it we have a square, which we can press it for options, and we will do that right away. Great. So let's reset the settings. And as you can see, under the geometry type, under the copy, we have instance. Okay, so let's check that tick button. For the instance, and let's try to create some shapes. Okay, so let's create a shape. I'll create a primitive cube as always. I'll shape it a bit. Let's imagine that this is some kind of roof tiles or something like that. We need to create a pattern. For example, I will duplicate it a few times. It's Ctrl-D for that, just in order to have a few tiles to work with. And I will show you how to apply the instance. As you can see, while instance is selected, I will select one object. I will press apply. And if I will select vertices, for example, on the one object, as you can see, the yellow dots, they're trying to mimic what is done for one object on the instance will be repeated as well. Doesn't matter, it's scale, it's a translation, rotation, or something like that. Yep, great. So basically we can add a division. Doesn't matter, as you can see, it's adding. We can extrude, set, extrude it again, and again, and again, and again, and everything will be repeated. Yep. And if we want to align, for example, or something like that, you see, it will be much more easy, to fix that issues of alignment or something like that, because you can do it on the multiple objects, and you can create as a pattern easy like that. Yes, but if I will just duplicating and aligning by a pivot point, sometimes it can be time consuming. For example, if you know that you need 5 tiles, you can do it in a different way. Okay, so let's check the second tile, and I will clear the history, clear the transformation values. I will select the pivot and align it to the corner. I'll create one duplicate object and snap it to another corner in order to measure how much our cube need to move. So basically, as we can see, it's minus 3.645, yeah, under the Z axis. So we can copy the value, delete the object as we don't need it, and need to input the values into a translate axis, yeah. So X, Y, Z. So for Z was minus 3.645. We need, for example, let's say 5 copies, and we can press apply. And we have 5 copies on which we can start working simultaneously. Yep. Oops. Okay, something like that, and we can create some kind of tile in that manner. Okay, it's not a roof tiles anymore. But basically, as you can see, what we can do with that. Simple and fast modeling, yeah? Whoops. Something went wrong. Okay, let's select it again. Bevel. It's working. We can try to merge it. As you can see, all topology, everything the same. Oh, I'll select the wireframe in order to see better. Okay, so let's move to the last cube or last rectangle. I will reset the settings, select the instance, and right now I will clear the transformation history. And right now what we can do a simple thing like a scale and rotation and translation at once, or doesn't matter how you want. Or maybe I will duplicate one more time. Let's check it out. I want to show you one thing, that we can scale it in the multiple ways, and this object will be scaled on each copy. For example, if I want to scale by 0.9, yeah, so for 5 copies, in the positive 5, for example, or 4, oops, 4. So basically the tile should be going to that direction. As you can see, z-axis in here pointing to the left, yeah, by 4 units or 4 centimeters and 5 times, and scale it by 0.9. So it's basically will be shrinking by 0.9. So check it out how it will be looking at the x-axis 0.9. So basically it will be shrunk down, yeah, from sides. Okay, so let's check it out how it will look. As you can see, it will go thinner and thinner and thinner, yeah. Okay, so let's apply a rotation as well. For example, 45 degrees, yeah, and we will get, as you can see, rotation by 45 degrees. So basically you can play with that as you want. It's a lot of things that you can do, and you can model fast. And tweak it fast as well. So basically, as I mentioned, it's a tip of the iceberg because you can use it in my mesh, you can use the particles and much more, like in the rendering to reduce the render times, etc, etc. Basically, it's a very good feature and you must know it, and you need to learn how to use it. Okay, see ya.